what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. I'm back here at Walker Ford, sunny Clearwater, Florida, and we are going to compare two of the baddest F-150s on the market right now and answer that $74,000 question. Which way are you going to go? Are you going to go the 2019 Ford F-150 Limited, or are you going to go that Baja bad boy Ford Raptor? Let's start with the Limited. So Limited is that F-150 standard body style, lots of extra glitz, lots of extra glam. The big thing for 2019 is what's underneath the hood, the Raptor motor, all 450 horsepower, but we'll get to that in a second. I love the black on this Limited, really just screams class. Very nice grille. You got some stainless steel appearance, a little bit of the shiny chrome just to break it up. Nice fog lamp area all the way across, has a very powerful, commanding look. If I am gonna zonk it, the thing that I'm not loving is the stick-on letters that they put for Limited. I wish they would figure out a different way, maybe to recess them into the front of the hood or something. It just, to me, it just kind of kills the lines, and it's a stick-on letter. So that's the one thing I am gonna zonk it. But other than that, extreme class. Let's go to that Desert Runner, the Ford Raptor. Remember, the Ford Raptor is wider. It's wider than the Ford F-150 body. The way that you know that is you could see the extra width into the fender flares all the way across to the other side. Because of the Federal Department of Highway Transportation, you have to run these additional auxiliary lights because this falls into a different class of truck. That's why those lights are there. For 2018, they recessed them and made them look much nicer than the previous generation. I love the aggressiveness of the Raptor, the headlight design, that interlocking C shape into the headlight. I think it was real smart to just leave this real open, clean, no fog lights, nice metal. You got that off-road brush guard down here. This thing looks like it's ready to enter the Baja 500 and win it. And guess what? In its class, it has done that before. So amazing. This one has the additional new striping for 2019 because remember, the Ford Raptor does have some changes. One of those being this stripe kit, which is an option. You have functional. This isn't like the Dodge Ram where it's just a plastic stick-on. This is a functional heat extractor. And there's really no truck out there that can compete with this Raptor when it comes to off-road performance. Let's go ahead and check out the sides of these two Ford pickup trucks. All right, guys, here we are. Time to take a look at the side of the Limited. When I say class, check it out. Look at the nice fender flare going around all the way around the wheel arch. Here it is, 22-inch wheel. Nice design. I like the way it's not like a shiny chrome. Has some, a little bit of a polish to certain parts, but other parts are just like that flat bare aluminum look. I really like that. Works well with the black. As we work our way, of course you're gonna have to have a Limited badge on the side. And I think Ford does it very tasteful, not too gaudy, nice complete. Black onto the mirrors, you have your turn signals, lots of shiny chrome on the bottom here, silver door handles. This is where I'm gonna zonk it. I wish these door handles had the silver from the actual door. When you open up this classy Limited, you get those running boards, little bit of a silver trim, and then you close the door and they tuck up nice and neat. You can't even see them. That's what I love about them. As we continue our way back, like I said, wish these were chrome. Continue back to the box. Very nicely shaped, and I think it was smart to have this additional fender flare. Gives it a little bit of extra personality. Let's go ahead and check out the side of the Raptor. All right, guys, time to take a look at the side of the Raptor. Still bad, badder than ever. The big thing for 2019 is, come on in, let me show you. You have an updated standard wheel. I like the design. I like the brushed aluminum. If this was gonna be my Raptor, I would go with those B-lock wheels, make it even look more sinister and ready for the off-road. Back there, behind the wheel, you're gonna see all new suspension. Now you have that still 13.1 inches of suspension movement, but what you're doing is you are actually utilizing Fox's latest system, suspension system for this truck. So it's the Fox, they call it the Fox Racing Live Valve fully dynamic system that's going to adjust your compression and rebound on the fly. You don't have to worry about putting in sport mode, desert mode, snow mode. It calculates it every single nanosecond to give you the best ride quality, the best grip to whatever surface that you're on. Love the fender flare. Functional vents. Remember, these are not for just show. Show and go. Get the heat out from that 3.5 liter EcoBoost, that twin turbo motor. I love the white. The white on this truck is like heaven to me. I know Tom and I, we arm wrestled. He obviously beat me, but he says white is the best. That's his dream color. Love the size of the truck. One thing that this has, these are Raptor specific running boards. So unlike with the Limited, the running boards are right there, but the good news is they're nice and high, so you're not gonna drag anything, and it really just gives it that extra off-road rugged look. Let's continue our way down the back. Here's some more of that new stripe decal kit that this one is optioned with. I like it. I think it gives it just enough flair, especially on the white, lets you know that, hey, this thing is ready for a dirt road. Let's go ahead though, we covered the side, let's take out and check out the backs of these two trucks. All right guys, tailgate area, the back of the truck, really just shows you Limited. I love the silver. It's so just bold and in your face to let you know that this is the top dog when it comes to trim levels of the F-150 when you're looking for that class. Love the painted rear bumper. Another thing that's gonna let you know that if you pull up behind this Limited and you're like, is that a 2018? Is that a 2019? The exhaust. This one has the same similar exhaust setup as the Raptor because it has that Raptor same exact engine down to every spec. I do like though on the Limited they gave some nice chrome tips, adds to the class. I like the ease of all the hookups for your trailer, nice bumper. As we go ahead, it has that nice soft release. This one has the bend liner. Now I'm gonna zonk it. The Limited should automatically come with that wonderful forward step. Why would it be an option? But I do like that it has the bed liner. As we go into the truck though, you can see you got full LED lighting. You have your metal tow hooks at the rear of the bed and at the front to help strap things down. And of course you're gonna have a power sliding rear window in this truck. What I would like to see is some power supply back here. A 12 volt, a 110, something like that in the back of this truck. But at the end of the day, it is a Limited and it is really a classy truck. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back of the Raptor. All right guys, tailgate of the Ford Raptor. One thing that's different for 2019 is they put a different type of paint coating on the Ford lettering to be more reflective. Love the white with that gray, nice high bumper. You could see the different style dual exhaust, still similar to the Limited because of that Raptor motor. You got the same great hookups for towing, and then when you lower the tailgate, same exact way. This one though has the optional forward step, and this thing is ingenious, so easy to get to, so easy to use, and when you're done, you just follow the steps right back. Wonderful tailgate area, just like the Limited. You got rear LED lighting, you got your metal strap down points. What I would like to see, just like on the Limited, I'm gonna zonk it, I would like to see a power source back here. 12 volt, 110, something like that, because at the end of the day, this may not be your work truck, but it's gonna be your fun truck and you're gonna wanna use it. Let's go ahead and check out underneath the hood of these 450 horsepower engines. All right guys, we got the hoods popped on these brand new 2019 Ford pickups. Let's start with the Limited. There it is in all its glory. That is that EcoBoost motor ripped right out of the Raptor. So that's the 450 horsepower. Hasn't been watered down, 450 horsepower. You're looking at towing 7,000 pounds you could tow with this truck in this setup. The truck itself weighs about 5,594 pounds. 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds and quarter mile in 13.7 seconds. I'm just happy to see that Ford just stood up to the plate and put the same exact setup as the Raptor. Remember, previously, the max horsepower rating for the 3.5 in the Limited was 375 horsepower. So big difference, but there it is in all its glory. Ford performance at its best. Same setup. What's wonderful though, they put a different engine cover and it mimics the hood. And I love that Ford Performance script on the side. So this truck weighs about 6,650 pounds. You could tow about 6,000 pounds with it. What makes it so special is this one has that optional 410 rear axle with the LSD. No, we're not talking about hallucinogens. We're talking about limited slip differential in the back, 0 to 60, 5.1. And because of those larger off-road tires, you look a little bit slower quarter mile, 13.9 seconds. But if you're ready, I'm ready to fire these two up. Let's go do it. All right, guys, we're inside the 2019 Ford Limited. Come on in. I hope you're ready for a lap of luxury because it is luxurious. Let's start with the door panels. So new for 2019, I'm so glad Ford decided to take more of that leather material and bring it on the top portion of the door. Gives it a more upscale feel because as you go south, lots of great storage down there, but it's very, very hard plastic. I do like the silver trim around the speaker cover. You got the wood trim added with some silver, so that's breaking up that sea of beige. But I actually like the brown and beige. I'd never thought in my life I would ever say that. Soft brown leather on the dash here. Some really nice silver trim around the AC vents. You got your power sources here, 12 volts and your 110. Love the infotainment system. Real easy to use. You can get into your climate. You got your buttons for your cameras. Look every which way from Sunday. There's even a satellite view. You can see yourself as if you were standing on the moon. Very nicely done. Easy radio controls, easy AC controls. At first these seem complicated, but I promise you after time, it's real easy to navigate through, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. You have a nice sliding drawer here with the wood grain, very deep, USB, more brown leather on the shifter with the silver. 10-speed automatic transmission, great place for your phone while it's charging if you don't want it down in there. You want to close that up, goes just like that. 2 cup holders, and then really here's the pinnacle of the iceberg here. I love how nice this is padded. Great look, limited. You get your VIN number. This one is number 2497. Are you ready? Boom, look at the size of this. I could fit Tom's protein bottle down in there, and he's got a large protein bottle, especially that's what the girls say. But anyways, the seats, I love the tan, I love the brown, I like the limited badge that's put right into the leather, perforated, like this angled stitching. Really gives it a nice feel, and like I said, at the end of the day, they're comfy as heck, and they look good, even though I never thought brown and tan would work. Full panoramic with a suede fabric headliner. That's the touches, the class you get with the Limited. Come on over and I'll show you the driver's side, the business end of this limited edition F-150. All right, guys, here we are. This is where the king of the castle seats, and that's you. Love the size of the steering wheel. I'm telling you, this may sound crazy. A brown steering wheel, it actually looks great in here. The way that they have the beige and everything. Like that extra silver trim that they took from the dash over to the steering wheel. Great setup with the gauges. You have nice large analog tach with the Limited badge. You got your analog speedometer across the top. You have all digital displays. You could go through and get all different sorts of information for your system here. So that's a very nice touch. Really just like the overall layout. When you transition over to the side, you do have push button start, and then a very smart rotary dial to get you into your 4-wheel drive for when you're ready for that. Trailer backup, make it life easy for you. Great headroom, great space overall. Let's go ahead and check out the back seat. All right, guys, back seat time, and I'm telling you, my college dorm room didn't have this much room. Loved all the touches. So on that rear door panel, you're getting the same greatness as the front door panel. I love the way the seats are just totally wrapped in this very soft Napa leather. Really love the look of it. You have a great command center here for your passengers. cup holders, you have your USB, a 110 power, and a 12 volt, all in the same unit, rear AC. If you're wondering what is the MSRP on this truck, like we said, you're looking at around $73,000 the way it sits. Very nice leather. Watch this. You need storage? Seats just go right up. And you could do that all the way across. Obviously, you can't do it with me. When I show you the armrest here, watch this. You push that. There's your cup holders. Very nice touch, all leather. And then when you're done, you just put it in and put it back. Power sliding rear window, and you have that panoramic sunroof. Let's go ahead and check out that Raptor. All right, guys, we're inside the 2019 Raptor. Some changes going on for 2019. Remember, the biggest thing on this truck is that active suspension by Fox Racing Suspension. Really like the door panel. So there's a lot of black, but they break it up well with some nice contrast stitching, the carbon fiber package, the silver trim, and I really expect to see more black on this truck than you would the Limited over there, but it really works great in here. As you transition to the dash, very soft material. You got the carbon fiber in this little cubby area. That same wonderful 110, 12 volts, so very similar broad over. The one thing I'm going to zonk is they don't really do much with this area. Remember on the Limited, it had a fancy touch to it. Here, there's not really much going on. You do have the same wonderful infotainment system, also the same camera system. Hey mom, there we are. Same AC controls. There's more of that carbon fiber. You open this up, very deep, 2 USBs, very nicely done. They bring the carbon fiber onto the shifter with the silver trim, same 10-speed automatic transmission, and then you have probably one of the largest center console areas in all of mankind. Could you imagine just what you could put in there? I mean, we could sit there and ponder the possibilities. Speaking of possibilities, you get a lot of vitamin D, possible vitamin D from that panoramic sunroof all the way back to the passengers, just like on the Limited. One thing you're not going to get on the Limited, though, are these little guys right here. I love these auxiliary switches. I even just like doing this. It makes me feel like I'm like a pilot or something. Fire the rockets, fire them, drop the bombs. But anyways, what you're able to do is wire in extra lighting, a winch, whatever, and then you have the switches already built in. Why don't you come over? Let's take a look at these seats first, though. Like the material, I love the design. Some cloth on the side to hold you in, leather in the middle. Just like on the Limited, they're perforated, and they also have the ventilation and the heating. One thing to remember, though, with the Raptor, this is a Ford Performance product, so when you buy this, MSRP around $73,000, $74,000, just like that bad boy over there, you get a free day to the Ford Performance Racing School to take a Raptor. Not even your Raptor, somebody else's Raptor, and go off-roading with it. Highly recommend. But before that, come on over here and let me show you the business center. All right, guys, inside the 2019 Ford Raptor. Just love being inside this truck. I love the seating position. Full power, just like on the Limited. You could get this seat to fit you just like an Ice Turner glove. And remember, that is my plug for the new 2020 Bronco coming soon. So get ready for that. Love the steering wheel, love the size. I like for 2019, they put the Raptor logo on the bottom, and wish they would do something different with the center graphic here. Put Raptor or Baja or something, I don't know, but something different than just the Ford. I like the same setup, very similar, but if you notice, they use different fonts on the tach, on the Speedo. You get all your digital gauges just like the other one. You could toggle through all these different functions, all these different things. It's amazing just how much is in a vehicle today. You have metal. Look at the size of these paddles. So the 10-speed, you could shift with these paddles. They're made out of a wonderful titanium magnesium blend. Really nice to touch, and they're very large in size. With the sunroof, lots of headroom. I'm loving this truck. I wish I could take it home. But before that, let me show you the back seat. All right, guys, back seat time of the Raptor. Just like with the Limited, they bring those same materials from the front doors onto the back doors with the carbon fiber. I love the way that they wrap the whole seats in leather for the back portion here. You got a nice size map pocket. Does anybody ever use maps anymore besides on their navigation? I I really like the command center, just like over on the Limited, all that great usability. I would like to see ventilated, so if we're gonna zonk it, for this price, not an option, I want ventilated rear seats as well. The seats are comfortable, tons of room. I mean, I could go to sleep back here. Oh wait, I'm not done filming, but anyways, let me show you the armrest, just like in the Limited, lots of nice leather, and then if you want a cup holder, bam, there's 2 cup holders. It goes back, and then you're gonna have that same great storage as well to be able to just move the seats right out of the way. I know we've been yapping a lot about these trucks. Let's go ahead and take them for a spin. All right, guys, we're leaving Walker Ford in the 2019 Ford F-150 Limited. Remember, this has the same engine as the Raptor, 450 horsepower, 10-speed drops, and you are off. That's what's really nice about the EcoBoost setup, is that it's not about just using one big turbocharger. That's going to give you more lag. They use 2 smaller turbochargers, which allows the boost to build in a more progressive way to where you're not sitting around waiting for it to kick like the good old days. Real nice setup. Love how smooth it is. Great visibility. And when you need to change lanes or whatever you're doing, it's so easy in these F-150s across the board. You don't have to be in a Limited. But when you're in a Limited, like I said earlier, you feel like you're a king in a castle because of just the quality. Everywhere, nice soft touch, new for 2019, like I told you. They brought that leather up on the top portions of the door panels. Love the steering wheel. I mean, if I'm gonna zonk it, you know, I just wish they would try to figure out some way to cover this harder plastic here. Maybe use more of this nice grainy metal look onto this area. But other than that, there's really not too many places. And another thing you have to take in consideration when it comes to overall design, this is near the end of its design cycle. They're gonna be bringing out a new F-150. Because guess what? For 2020, all new Super Duty's coming. Super Duty F-250, it's coming. So get ready for that, especially from Walker Ford. This is a truck, though, that you're going to be able to just use every single day. I mean, that's as simple as that. Real quiet in the cabin. Yes, I know it doesn't have the roar of a V8, but I'm telling you, take one of these for a drive. The acceleration is going to blow your mind. 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds. 10 speed, just like it's normal, doing its business. No crying or complaints, no sound. There is extra sound deadening material in the 2019 Limited just to make it even more quiet. So serene. I could probably have a yoga class go on in the back seat and they would be able to reach enlightenment no problem. That's how quiet it is in this cabin. Guys, riding along, get on the loud pedal. Really, really smooth. And like you can see, we have to merge, and it's not a problem in this truck because it is that quick, even in a truck this size. But I love the visibility, love how smooth the power delivery is. The interior, the seats are great, they're ventilated. There's really not too much to zonk when it comes to an F-150 Limited. I guess if you are gonna zonk it, it comes down to the price. Remember, this has an MSRP of right under $74,000, just like the Ford Raptor that we got into. But hey, at the end of the day, the great news is when it comes to the F-150 overall, you can option it any way to fit your budget, to fit what you want out of your truck. But if you want the top classy ride in the F-150 series, nothing's gonna do it more than an F-150 Limited. Coming around here on the throttle, power down, nice and smooth. Thicker glass is gonna keep it even quieter for the 2019 Limited. But this thing gets out of its way and it's gone in a blink of an eye. That EcoBoost motor is so flexible in this truck. Amazing what Ford is doing with their vehicles. Love the size of the mirrors. But of course, you know, it's a typical work day. We're doing our work and people are doing theirs, and that's the traffic that we're having to deal with. Tipping it in, great feel. No drama whatsoever. On the loud pedal, time to merge onto a highway. Not an issue in this Raptor powered F-150 Limited. Really smooth. GoPro, stop recording. All right, guys, let me go ahead. We're gonna go in this left-hand bend on the brakes. Great pedal feel, great modulation. You got those 22-inch wheels. Very nice. Look how smooth this is. On the power, holding throttle, on the gas, out of the turn. Like I said, you're gone. Really, really nice, the tractability of this truck. And then when you're done hauling the mail through a turn, you know, you can just cruise right back on to the highway. But this really is the ultimate classy Ford F-150. Nothing says it more than a Limited, that's for sure. But we're gonna go ahead and get back to Walker Ford, wrap this one up. We're gonna get the Raptor and go have some fun in that one. We'll see you in a second. Guys, we get to end the day here at Walker Ford in the 2019 Ford Raptor. Here we go. Immediately you can hear the bassier boom inside the cabin. You know, it's just to help give you that extra feel of being in that Baja Runner. This is the ultimate off-road performance truck. Remember, MSRP about the same with the Limited, right under $74,000. Same great feel though. In the Raptor though, you feel higher in here, and it really just has an extra presence of just being a badass. I mean, overall, that's what this truck is about. You see the massive heat extractor on the hood. Remember, that is functional. Same great setup to the interior. Infotainment's great. Steering wheel feels amazing. Love the leather. You have those massive metal pedal shifts if you want to go through the 10-speed yourself, or just leave it in automatic mode and just enjoy the way that the truck shifts, because it shifts really well. And I'm telling you, at the end of the day, if you're concerned that driving a Baja style truck every day is going to be cumbersome, it's going to be annoying, it's going to get on your nerves eventually, no. This truck, I'm telling you right now, is just as easy driving a BMW, just as easy driving an Audi, but boy, do you have a command of the road. That's what I love about it. Beautiful carbon fiber everywhere you're featuring your eyes. Nice soft material. The panoramic sunroof's open. And just real smooth. Nothing comes close to the performance of the Raptor, besides the F-150 Limited. But go figure, because it's got the Raptor motor in it. Love the sound. Yeah, it doesn't have that V8 to it, but you know what? With the V6, it's surprising. 450 horsepower. This thing will out-accelerate. You'll pull the first-gen Raptor if you're doing a drag race at a stoplight. And then off-road, with that new active suspension by Fox, it's a no-brainer. You're gonna get exactly the proper suspension dampening that you need no matter what surface you're on. And that's what's gonna make this even a better daily driver than some other vehicles, because of that active suspension. Real smooth, real easy to see out of, just like in the Limited. Let me go ahead and get the loud pedal, drops down. Really wonderful. I mean, the only way that this drive could get any better is if we were driving to my house to park it in the driveway. That's about it. But I know Tom would get mad about that, because I know he'd probably want to take it to his house. So maybe if we cut it in half. But this truck is just unbelievable. And we've been in other brands, recently the Ram Rebel and all that. I'm telling you, it just has that little extra something that those trucks don't have. Stay tuned, because we are going to be featuring a Trail Boss, Chevy Trail Boss soon. So we'll see how that goes. but I really don't think that when it comes to the outright performance, the Raptor's a hard one to touch. And I know you're probably saying, well, hey, it's a $73,000 truck. Remember, starting on this truck, MSRP is $53,000. It all depends on what options you choose. If you skimp on some of the options that you don't really need, you could get out and not be $80,000 into a truck. Go ahead, get on the gas. You can see from a dead stop, traction gets laid down, very nice. You have that usual slow traffic on a work day. Just so smooth. Even with the twin turbos, the boost comes in great, just like on the Limited. You have a little bit quicker acceleration, just a little bit because of the difference in the wheel and tire package. But I still remember my first time last year at Walker Ford getting behind the wheel of a 2018 Raptor, and it feels magical every single time I'm behind the wheel of one of these trucks. Let's go ahead and check out the handling of that active suspension on the brakes. Nice pedal feedback. Wow, truck feels great. And this is an off-road truck and we're on pavement. Look at this. Really, really nice. Really nice. Just the way that when you tipped it in, the weight transferred a little bit. Once it stuck to that outside, you were able to just stay planted. And then as we transitioned from mid-corner to exit, everything felt great. And the power was getting put down very nicely through the 10-speed, and everything was as smooth as can be. And that's on pavement. I would love to take this off-road just to see all the specialness that it has to offer with this setup. On the brakes, everything stays straight and true. Turn in, guy riding a bicycle in the middle of the road. That doesn't seem very smart, but hey, it's Florida. On the gas and the turn, drops down, and we're off. I really like the bassy boom sound coming from the truck. Nothing too obnoxious that's going to give you a headache, but you can see how there is some differentiation between the Limited and the Raptor when it comes to cabin noise. Just driving on the highway, this was your daily commute that you had to do in this Raptor, piece of cake. And I just love the visibility out of this truck. Well, we're gonna go ahead, I don't wanna say it, but the day is almost over and it's time to take the Raptor back to Walker Ford. So we're gonna go ahead and I will see you in a split second. All right guys, it's been a wonderful day here at Walker Ford. The big $74,000 question, which way are you gonna spend your money? Are you gonna go the classy Limited route with that same power, not having to sacrifice any of it? Or do you wanna go the Baja bad boy with the Raptor? It's really up to you, and you definitely have to get down to Walker Ford to take both of these trucks for a test drive. This can't be possible though without Frank Walker, Weston Walker, Tracy, Benji, Mark, Steven, everybody here at Walker Ford is so accommodating and just getting these vehicles together. They have a great lineup. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you. Thank you for being part of the Raity's Rides family. Check out my different forms of social media. You know what they are, and it's all Raity's Rides original content all the time. If you want some merch, hit that link in the description, takes you right to Spreadshirt. And then finally, we can't forget the man of the hour. He beat me in an arm wrestling competition. Walker Ford is gonna let him borrow this truck for a couple days and get to enjoy it. So good job, Tom. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.